Hey guys, Ningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so we are going to go over some team building ideas for the Super Saiyan Goku Jr. EZA that will be dropping. I think when I schedule this video to go live, the event will be dropping in about 6 hours time. But I mean, it's not like you could last minute get any of these units really anyway. I do cover a couple of free-to-play options, but anyway, let's jump straight into the business. So, standard EZA. Obviously there were some wild cards like the old Jiren one and the Omega one that's coming up, but this is a very standard one. You can't stun him from stage 5 onwards. You can't lower his attack from stage 15 onwards, and he can't be sealed from stage 20 onwards. 30 stages, you will get 30 stones, 11 of the int Kais, a whole bunch of orbs, which is really nice, especially when you consider that this Goku Jr. used his own orbs, so he was a free rainbow unit. And by EZAing him, we're going to get a bunch of intelligence orbs, which you don't even need to use for him. So that's awesome. And then, of course, 30 stones and all the medals to EZA him. The Vegeta family category is the weakness, which we'll go over. There's no additional damage reduction against Super or Extreme, so you can use any mix of the two, which is good. Because obviously a lot of Vegeta family category units are Super types. And then, of course, you get a couple of extra medals from the missions. So you are going to get 35 stones overall, and you get a nice Elder Kai as well for any type unit, which will be useful for the Super Saiyan 4s. So the weakness is the Vegeta family category, which you can see here. Now obviously, if you want to do this event straight away like me, that's kind of what this guide is for. I will be streaming the event as soon as it goes live. If you want to wait 24 hours, because literally 24 hours after this event drops, the banners will come out, and then obviously you might pull LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and then you have the ideal leader for the team. At that point, when you have him with an LR Vegeta friend, you could probably throw together any team of Vegeta units and you will be able to beat the 30 stages of this EZA, because that's just how good the Super Saiyan 4s are. But we are going by the assumption that you don't have them yet, because you're doing it on day 1. So let us go over some picks. So the top pick for leader has got to be the physical transforming Vegeta. So not only is he the right typing, his leader skill is Pure Saiyans and Super Class. So obviously any Vegeta units will fall under this, and then any of the Trunks or other Vegeta family units that you might be bringing will fall under this as well. Now obviously this doesn't cover Extreme, but I think the only 1 or 2 Extreme units that I mention on this list are Pure Saiyans, so they fit under either of the leader skills. Don't really need to say much about him. He is a fantastic unit. If you don't have him, then your best bet is either Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta and run a full Pure Saiyans team made up of Vegetas. A little bit tougher to do, especially considering you want to bring as many physical units as possible. But he is by far the best choice. Other than that, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, again, make a full physical team. Or if you have either of the LR Gokus that give the 100% to all types, they will be useful. Obviously you need to kind of keep them out of harm's way, you don't want them getting attacked, but they will make a good leader. Any super types leader really would probably be appropriate for the first 30 stages. I mentioned this in all of these team building guides, but when I put these together and what I think would be my ideal teams, I'm always thinking about me and getting to like stage 100. So just beating the first 30 stages, you definitely don't have to have this Vegeta to use as a leader. So he is the best bet though. I think this is kind of my ideal picks. So he is the best bet for the leader, and he is who I will be using. Then we move on to OG LR Trunks. Kind of goes without saying. Very good defensive unit, built-in crits in the category. Just, yeah, very, very good. If you have him, there's pretty much no reason not to bring him on the team. It's kind of self-explanatory. Then, of course, we have the EZA Future Trunks. Has a different name to the LR. So you could run these two as a rotation, and they will be incredibly powerful together. He is very, very good when Extreme Z Awakened, and of course he gives a nice big buff to everybody else on the rotation as well. And we are bringing a Vegeta family category, so you don't need to worry about his passive. So his full passive will be activated at all times. So this one I thought would be a bit of a wild card. I thought it'd be quite interesting to put him in. So I have 3 dupes in mind. I actually kind of want to get the last one and rainbow him just to like see what he would be like. So while he's not as good as the STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta for most events, he is solely designed for taking on in enemies. So his passive is damage received minus 40% when guard is activated. So that basically means when blocking with type advantage. So in this event, especially with the category bonus and the fact that he is of course a pure Saiyan, if you are running the physical Vegeta leader, he's just going to take no damage. He just won't take any damage at all, which is pretty good, especially when you get to those higher stages. He will probably end up being, I would imagine, around stage 100, he will be one of the units on the team that takes the least damage. So he'll be very useful. He doesn't have the best links, because unfortunately they like to screw over a lot of the Super Saiyan 3 Vegetas and not give them over in a flash. It's very fortunate that the STR one has it. So he doesn't have great key links, but obviously if you are bringing some supports or units like that EZA Trunks, then it might not be a huge issue. But I just feel like he could be a good sleeper hit for anyone who does have him lying around and is trying to put a team together for this event. So then we go on to the base form Vegeta. Now he is in a similar situation to what we were saying at the beginning about pulling the Super Saiyan 4s. 24 hours after this event drops, the banners come out and this guy gets an awakening. So obviously he is better once awakened, but we are going by, as I said, you guys doing the event as soon as it drops. So this is his unawakened version. He stacks his defense infinitely, so obviously in the higher stages he is going to be taking no damage, which is great. He gets a decent attack and defense boost, and then once your health drops below 50%, which obviously easy A's you can't heal yourself, and the higher stages you get, the more difficult it becomes, he gets a nice big defense boost and guaranteed super regardless of the rotation. So he'll be very, very useful, and of course he's in the category, falls under pure Saiyans for the transforming Vegeta leader. So yeah, he'll be very, very good, and obviously when awakened he will just be even better. So he absolutely is a unit that I would recommend bringing. Then I've put a couple of other recommendations as well. If you know, the STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, now that I think about it, probably just is better to use than the physical one anyway. Even though the physical one is designed for taking on in enemies, the STR one is just so good, especially if you have fully EZA'd him. No EZA really, unless you start getting to those ridiculously high stages, and even then it's pushing it. No EZA is going to go for longer than 10 turns, so his passive is never going to run out. He's going to take no damage. Obviously he can't stun after like stage 5, so you're not going to get this last part of his passive, but for EZAs especially, having very good defensive units is incredibly useful. So this STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta will be very, very good. Then who have we got next? God Vegeta. So obviously he's in the category. He's a very good defensive unit. He has a high chance, which is 50%, of guarding all attacks. So obviously Vegeta family units take reduced damage from the Goku Jr. anyway, and then this guy has a chance to block as if he was a physical unit anyway. So he'll be pretty good defensively. Obviously there is no movie bosses enemy, but he can't stun anyway. So gives himself key, which is really nice. Attack and defense 100%, and then of course he does have over in a flash. So if you are running the STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, they would make a very good rotation. So he is definitely worth considering. I have no dupes for him, which is a shame. If you saw my Giru stream earlier, I managed to pull a Tech God Goku dupe from the tickets, and that puts me up to like 3 dupes in him, but still none in this God Vegeta, which is quite a shame because he's going to be very good on the Vegeta family team linked up with STR Super Saiyan 3. But then we've got, oh yeah, I did bring up Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegeta, so he's worth bringing on the team if you have him and the physical transforming one, because the physical transforming one is the better leader for sure. But this guy is very, very good. Even without type advantage, he is of course an insanely good defensive unit. He stacks his defense up very nicely, and then of course if you are able to get off the transformation, he has huge defense and can hit pretty damn hard as well with those 2 built-in additionals and building up his chance to get crits. So even without dupes, this guy can be getting crits for you, which is going to help do extra damage considering, like I said, he doesn't have type advantage being an AGL unit. So once you get up to the higher stages, up to and including stage 30, he probably won't be doing as much damage as other people on the team, but that built-in chance to crit is going to be very useful. So, and then I chucked in a couple of free-to-play suggestions as well for filling slots on the team. The future Trunks from the Prime Battle is obviously a very good unit in the category. He doesn't get his extra passive because you are fighting only one opponent, but he's an LR, he's got high stats. Like, if you're free to play, he is probably going to be one of the better Vegeta family units that you have. There is also the Prime Battle Vegeta, but I didn't include him here because he's really not that great, but just like this Trunks, he is an LR that's in the category, so if you desperately need to fill a final slot on the team, he could be worth a look. And then of course there is the Margin Vegeta that comes from the Battlefield shop, who recently got his awakening. He ticks all the boxes. He's a physical unit, he's in the category, he's a pure Saiyan depending on what kind of leader that you want to bring, and then he raises his defense with each attack he performs. So straight from the jump, like once you attack with him in that first rotation, he's giving himself a nice defensive boost. So he won't be the best tank on the team, but he'll be pretty decent. I actually never got any copies of him or Goku from the Battlefield shop, just because, I mean, those of you who've seen my box, you know, I don't really need those units. And I'm saving my Battlefield points. I might get 1 copy of Oob just for the collection, but now that we've seen just how good Mecha Frieza and King Cold are, I will probably be saving my orbs for them. So, I say orbs, I mean Battlefield memories. So, that is my recommendations. Obviously, certain units here we don't have, like this Vegeta. The 8-bit Vegeta, while he does have a Goku family leader skill, it's only 44%. And then these 2 units, once they awaken, they do become 120% Vegeta family units. So if you don't have Transforming Vegeta or a very good Super Types leader, your best bet is probably to wait a day for the banners to drop. And then even if you don't pull the LR Vegeta, you can awaken one of these 2 if you have them, to become a Vegeta family leader, and that is going to help you out massively. So Margin Vegeta, I didn't really mention the AGL LR. I wonder, I guess in the really higher stages, like I'm talking like stage 100 again here, he probably would take more damage than the physical Battlefield one just because of the typing. But up to stage 30, I would say he's definitely going to be very useful. I mean, he's a very good LR, very high stats, deals a lot of damage. So in the early stages, he'll be good. Definitely better than the Prime Battle Vegeta. And then I tried to include as many decent units as I could from this section here with the physical Vegeta family category. But as you can see, I kind of covered all the ones that are actually any good. This Vegeta is really old and not very good. This Trunks, again, not very good. I mean, he's okay if you have to fill gaps. Same with the Super Trunks. This Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, if you don't have the Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, he's probably the worst Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta in the game. Well, actually, maybe that's the tech one, I'm not sure. But he's pretty bad. And then, of course, Vegeta Jr. we don't have yet. He comes out later on in the celebration. You obviously want to avoid tech units. Like, as good as a support unit as Bulla is, as good of a free-to-play unit the EZA Coat Vegeta is, they're going to have type disadvantage. So once you get past the first couple of stages, they are going to take a ton of damage. And then, are there any SSRs that don't have awakenings? Not really, other than that Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. We don't have Xeno Vegeta. We really need the Heroes cards, man. I can't say it enough. Hashtag bring Heroes cards to Global, but that would help out so much. But yeah, best bet is if you don't have like barely any of the units that we've gone over, go to the wiki, go to the Vegeta family page, have a look through, or even just look through your box, filter by Vegeta family, and obviously you want to prioritize physical units. And then if you're bringing non-physical units, you want to bring units that have as high defense as possible. So there you go. Those are just a few tips and bits of advice on how I feel you should go towards team building for the Goku Junior EZA. Like I said, I will be streaming the event as soon as it goes live, so feel free to drop by the channel or my Twitch channel, which the link for that is in the description. I'll be live on both of those places, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you there and we will smash out the 30 stages live on stream. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow my Twitch channel, like I said, or join my Discord. Those links are in the description, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.